Converting thoughts into reality. The human mind has many powers, and among these is the power to convert thoughts into reality. This means that what you think about is very likely to be manifested in your life. Of course, not all of your thoughts are converted into reality. It is only your most predominant thoughts which are materialized. You may wonder why some thoughts are more predominant than others. There are primarily four factors which determine which of your many thoughts become most predominant. The first factor is recency. Therefore, your most recent thoughts tend to predominate over past thoughts and concepts. This is fortunate, since it means that as you change your way of thinking or what you are thinking about, then you can change your life. Repetition of a thought is the second factor in determining the predominance of thoughts. Thus, repetitive chants, prayers, novenas, affirmations, and songs can be powerful tools for overcoming past errors in thinking and faulty programming. Emotion is a third factor affecting the thought priorities and predominance. Thoughts backed by emotions are stronger and therefore more predominant than those backed by intellect alone. This is the meaning behind the phrase, "As a man believeth in his heart, so it shall be unto him." Action is the fourth factor. A thought that is acted upon is stronger and therefore more predominant than thoughts that are not acted upon. These four forces, recency, repetition, emotion, and action, are the four major tools which you can use to control your thoughts and thereby change your past errors in thinking and programming. By applying these four forces and focusing your thoughts upon desirable events, feelings, and relationships, you can quickly produce a new and more desirable life. Unfortunately, many people mistakenly permit their minds to dwell repetitively and emotionally on past errors, sins, and mistakes. If you permit your mind to repeatedly drift backward into some negative events in your life, you will increase the strength and predominance of that negative thought and thereby increase the likelihood of those negative thoughts and feelings being converted again into reality. Along this line, Martin Luther was once asked if he ever had evil or negative thoughts. He readily admitted that this had happened occasionally to him, as it did to all men. He then explained to his questioners that there was no need, however, to be concerned, and gave this explanation. He said, "No man can keep the birds from flying over his head, but he can keep them from making a nest in his hair." The same is true of all random negative thinking. To guard against such negative thinking, simply keep in mind that each of us has the ability to control our thinking and thereby what will be materialized into our lives. Yes, you have the ability to control your own thinking. You can at this moment visualize, imagine, and think about a pink elephant. Or if you prefer, you can think instead about a green giraffe. As you can control your mind. Here's how. When your mind drifts into a negative vein, or you find yourself thinking about something you don't like or don't want in your life, simply command your mind to stop. Then direct your mind onto something you do want in your life. In the movie Gone with the Wind, the heroine, Scarlett O'Hara, used this technique whenever she was faced with a negative situation or problem. Do you remember her famous line? "I'll think about that tomorrow." Yes, you can do the same thing by always directing your thinking toward positive aspects. Do this frequently and repetitively. Think positive by translating your positive thoughts into chants, prayers, or songs, and thus put the power of repetition into your internal programming. Also remember, positive thoughts backed by emotion or action are much more apt to become a reality than those thoughts backed by mere intellect. Since your mind continuously converts your most predominant thoughts into reality, it's up to you whether those thoughts are positive or negative. It may take a little practice, but you can control your thoughts. In doing so, you will be training your mind. Practice controlling your thoughts and the dominance of these thoughts by focusing on those things which you want for yourself. Remember, you are the creator of your own future and reality. Negative thinking is defined as thinking about what you don't want. Positive thinking is defined as thinking about what you do want. In order to focus on positive aspects, ask yourself this magic question: how would you like it to be? Many people, when asked this question, are frustrated by it and answer, I don't know how I want it to be. I only know how I don't want it to be. The positive thinker will say something like, I want to be wealthy. The negative thinker will say something like, I never want to be poor again. Many people have been programmed with negative reactions to positive events. The most common thought reaction to positive events is an internal dialogue. It's almost as if there is a little gremlin voice inside our heads that talks to us. When something good happens in our life, the little gremlin pops certain negative thoughts into our consciousness. The first thought that usually pops up is, it's too good to be true. The second thought is, it's too good to last. And the third thought is, I don't deserve it. To overcome such negative programming, you must talk back to those voices in your head. When the little voice says it's too good to be true, you must say, cancel, cancel. It's not too good to be true because it is true. When the voice says it's too good to last, say to yourself, cancel, cancel. It's not too good to last. Since it is good, it deserves to last. And whenever the voice says, I don't deserve it, you say, cancel, cancel. I do deserve it. Otherwise, it would not have happened to me. My positive thoughts have brought this good thing into manifestation, and my continued positive thinking will bring me more and more of all that I deserve and desire. Your mind has the power to turn your predominant thoughts into reality, but be careful how you use that power. Do not use it in any way that deliberately overrides someone else's free will, or do not use it in any way that deliberately harms someone else. Such use can boomerang right back onto you. Remember, your mind is a creative force that is constantly creating your future. The creative process never stops, but you can control what will be created as your future. And if the present view of your future is not what you truly desire, you need only to change your way of thinking in order to have it any way you want it to be.